All right, welcome back, everybody, to a new edition of Dollar Bin Digging Finds that I do for comicbookinvest.com. These are the books that I actually have picked up this past week, and this week I'm going to try something just a little bit different. What I actually purchased necessitates a slight change this week, but more on that after the break. But please, hang on. If you like what I'm doing, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the alert button so you don't miss anything that's happening on the channel. And check out all the other shows that I'm doing here. I got Chasing Ghosts, a new one coming tomorrow. The live show that I'm doing with Marco, the totally awesome, coolest show ever on Wednesdays that we're doing live. So please come on and join the chat because it's going to be fun as we're just having fun talking about comics. That's the whole point of what I want to do here on Rennavision, is that I just want to have fun talking about comics. I'm not worried about anything else other than that, just doing what I enjoy. So if you are enjoying it, like I said, please make sure you subscribe, tell your friends, get everybody to join up, and let us get up to 700 so I can give some more books away. So just hang on for a second, and I'll be right back with the stuff that I wasted my money on this week. Now, normally this is the portion where I'm going to show you all the dollar books, or in some case, $2 books that I have picked up this past week. But sad news, folks. I looked at it. I actually didn't buy any dollar books this week. It was just too hot. I was supposed to get up today, Sunday, to go to the flea market, and it was like 90 degrees or something. And I just no, there's no way I'm going out there and trying to go dig through boxes in this heat. I prefer more a chillier atmosphere, so I didn't go. So unfortunately, I have no dollar books this week to share, but I wasn't going to let that stop me. So what I decided to do was instead kind of shift it. Maybe just for this week, maybe I'm going to change the whole format of this completely so I can talk about more than just the dollar books, because I'm tired of just picking up just the same books that I keep buying and showing you guys all the same books, because I keep buying the same books, but I don't want to keep showing the same things over and over again. So maybe I'll expand the criteria a little bit and do something that's a little bit more of a cheap comics. I don't know. You tell me what you guys think in the comment section, what you would rather see. If you want me to just stick with dollars, I'll stick with the $1, $2 books. That's fine. I still buy them. Just this week, I didn't. But this week, I did buy stuff, and this is all stuff, and it's not a lot. It's not a lot. I mean, I did buy other stuff that I'll show in my pickups video that'll be on Thursday. But this is some stuff that I did buy at a shop this week that was $5 and less. So I'm considering $5 and less cheap comics. That's basically today's cover price. $3.99, $4.99 is most comics cover price these days. So I'm going to go with these as being cheap comics. So with that being said, we are going to start off our portion here of the books that I wasted my money on with the randomness. Now, I know usually I save that part for the end, but this time out, we're going to start off with the randomness because there's a method to my madness. There's a point behind this. Now, the first one being a book that I actually have picked up for $1, and I have picked up $1 before, and I've covered this book before because I really dig this cover, and it actually sells pretty well on the the aftermarket, which is why I paid cover price, which in this case is $2.99 for this Heroes for Hire number 13. I dug this out of a back issue box that was just there, and unbagged on board, brought it to the front. I paid cover price for it. So Heroes for Hire 13. This is a Asana Takata cover. You'll get, if you look it up, you're going to get all the the bondage and the weird titling that'll draw the eyes to it. But this is just a cool cover, and I dig it. And like I said, this is a $20 plus book in most cases if you're to go buy it like on eBay these days. So pick it up for $3, good enough for me. It's cheap. I still consider that a cheap comic. Paying a cover price for a book that's like nearly 10 years old is fine by me. The next book that I paid cover price, which in this case is still $4.99, is A Force Awakens #1. I don't know. I just, I figured I'm just going to grab another one of these because this is technically an important book when you think about it. I mean, it is the first Rey. It's the first Kylo Ren. It's the first of a lot of those characters from the newer trilogy. And whether they bring them back or bring them into something in the future, this is their first appearance in comic book form, so it's just something I figured it was worth grabbing for cover. It was just cover price after all. I know it was mostly impulse. I probably didn't need it. That's something you still might be able to sneak out of dollar bins, but cover, I just figured might as well, because I grabbed a few other books that made the whole lot worthwhile. And one of those actually was this. I grabbed this Thunderbolts #1, and even though it's got a price tag of $14.99, they gave it to me for $5. They were having like a deal, like on the variants, and I think this is technically B cover maybe, or a variant of some sort on Thunderbolts #1. So this was $5. So for $5, Thunderbolts #1, I was happy to bring that bad boy home into my collection, because I don't think I actually have one of these. So I might be hanging on to this and not reselling it to help pay for this lot of books that I grabbed. But who knows? Time will tell. We'll see what happens. Maybe we're going to get some more Thunderbolts news or something that makes this book spike up again, and the price will make me have to sell it. We'll see. We'll see. Because I'm not a huge Thunderbolts fan. While I'd like to have it, I don't need to have it. There's a huge distinction there. And that's it for my randomness. So I'm going to get to this later print portion. Again, we're only talking about like 10, 12 books here. So you're not going to be here for a long time. This is going to be a very short video if you're checking this out on my channel. And some second print. Well, actually, this is not a second print. This is a third printing. I wasn't sure if I had this or not. I had recently, well, maybe recently, like in the last few months, I was on a Hawkeye kick, and I was grabbing all those purple covers. So I wasn't sure if I had this one yet or not. So for a cover price, because again, it was unbagged, unboarded in these boxes that were just buried there. So for $2.99, I grabbed this third printing of #4, because I don't think I have this one yet. I'm not 100% either way, but it's not worth a whole heck of a lot, but it was worth $2.99 to me. I think it's, it could be like a $10, $15 book, maybe, like at best. But still, this was a grab as a just in case for my own collection, because I was building this. The same with this. I think this is third. Yeah, this is third printing for #5, which actually was $3.50. So the other was $2.99 cover price. This was $3.50, but 50 cents. Well, I wasn't going to argue with that. So here, let me take these off. You don't need to see all of these anymore. I think you got the gist of those books. So that was just another one of those purple Hawkeye covers that I just wanted to make sure that I add to my collection, because I think I almost got them all now. Throughout the run, at least the purple, the full purple like look, because well, those early issues. There's I think 5 printings of different stuff. This was a weird second print that caught my eye. I just saw it and I didn't know what it was, exactly what series, what year it was from. I just knew I hadn't seen it before. I liked it, so I grabbed it. Even though I know I've mentioned this multiple times before, I am not a fan of black and white covers or pencil sketch covers most of the time, but this Black Widow #1 is the second print. I think this is the 2010 run, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look it up, flip it up, and yep, July 2010. So whatever volume this actually happens to be, that is what this is. I think this is an incentive variant, the art. I think the art is for like a 1 in 25, or one of the incentive variants for Black Widow #1. So the second print is basically this black and white kind of sketch cover of that incentive. I think this actually does pretty well. I think this is like a $40, $50 book on the back issue market. So to pay $2.99 for it, I think that's what the cover was. Again, I'm going to consider that a cheap book and a good find. So that's why I'm doing this video, is to show you this stuff I got for $5 or less that is well worth it. Like the next one that I got here for you. This book has eluded me forever. I've looked dollar bin after dollar bin, and I could not find it. I was certain I would find it at some point. And this is a second printing of the Mighty Avengers #13, which is the first Secret Warriors. I just dig that cover. This does pretty well as well on the aftermarket. I was just certain I would find it for $1, but I did not find it for $1. I found it for cover, which is $2.99. I can say that with certainty because I found 2, so I bought them both. Not in bad shape, not 9.8 candidates. There's a couple of ticks because, again, these were loose, and as you can see, these were unbagged and unboarded or boarded when I found them. So I haven't bagged and boarded them yet. But I could just move one of these to pay for more than what I've already, put out for this collection of books. Because again, $2.99 for that thing, and I think the asking price on that one is probably pretty close to $100. I think now at this point. I don't know if anybody's going to pay for it, but as we get closer to like Secret Invasion and all these other rumors and what have you, like this is something that could start to see some more heat once again, or maybe not. It doesn't matter. I had just personally been looking for this for so long that I was just stoked to finally find one, let alone two. That's just me. And that's all I got for the later printings. Again, we're going to go through this pretty quickly. Not a lot of books here to be had. The next section are, as I mentioned, the store. They were doing variants basically were for $5. So these are variants that I paid $5 for, regardless of what they might have been marked with a sticker, if they even had a sticker. These are my $5 variants. One of which, and I think I mentioned it last week because I paid $6 for it. They had another Thor 2, which is a Gore variant. I think this is a 1 in 10. And I was like, man, why did I pay $6 for this when there's a variant that should have been $5? So I went back and I grabbed the other one for $5. So now I got another extra one. Because like I said, it's cheap enough. I'll buy it again and again. It's still cheap online, so it's not hard to find this book. I just think this is something that has potential down the line. And it's $5. I wasted $5. It's not going to break my back. But there are not a lot of Gore covers for you out there. I mean, you get past those God of Thunder books, you have King Thor with that second print that everybody does love. I mean, it's a gorgeous cover, that Ribbit cover, but outside of that, there's not like a lot of variants or anything that has Gore on it. And if that's who Christian Bale's playing when we see Love and Thunder, those types of books are books that might go up. So that's why I've been looking for these, because again, cheap play with some potential, basically. While also digging in those boxes, despite the $9.99 price tag, this was again $5. This is Thunderbolts number 143. This is one of the Iron Man covers where they did that kind of like a weird Iron Man themed. I think it's a Greg Horn, looking by the signature there. Marvel did a month, I think, of all Iron Man covers, and I thought it was pretty cool. And for $10, I think some of these are tough to find, and some of these do pretty well on the again, aftermarket. But for $5, I figured I would grab it. Just like I grabbed this is Thor 609, which is another Iron Man cover, which this looks like a Ribic. I'm not positive it is. I'll have to double check the inside, but I kind of dig this one. This one's probably going to stay with me because I like that kind of a Iron Man as a knight, which is something else I might have to go pick up. There's a shop near me that has that Iron Man run where he goes back in like the medieval times. I think it's like 3 or 4 issues where Iron Man goes back in time. And I keep flipping past and going, should I buy these? They're not worth anything, but should I just buy them? Because I don't think I have them. I think I'm going to have to grab them next week. So you might see that in next week's Dollar Bin Digging pickups, because I might just have to go buy it. Just based off of this cover alone, just this idea of Iron Man as a knight is kind of cool. So we shall see. And my last book to share with you, I'm going to take this one out of the bag and board because it is necessary to do so to completely appreciate what this book is. And this is in good shape, great shape. So I'm going to try not to mess it up too badly, because this might have a shot at a 9.8 because I'm not seeing any dings or dents. And this white cover will make this Marvel Zombies Secret Wars variant number 1 pretty hard to find. That little speck on that cover is an Elsa Bloodstone variant. I forget who had shared this before. It might have been the Modern Playbook guys. I'm not positive who brought this one to my attention, or where I saw it. It's not my idea. I just saw the book and bought it. But this one on the back cover, look at that. That's just a gorgeous. If this was on the front, this book would be even more ridiculous than what it already is. And this book already is pricey. If you look at the ones that are available, again, I think this is over $100 ask for raw. And like I said, this thing is in great shape. I'm just looking at it right here, just the sheen on it. I'm probably going to put this in my next submission and see what I get, because it might have a shot at 9.8. Maybe not, but again, I paid $5 for it, so I'll take a shot and see what's what. Because I think it's pretty cool. Plus, if it gets in that slab, the back of it is clear, so we'll still get a good shot of that full-size Elsa rather than this tiny little dot that's on the cover. Again, I apologize. I don't remember who talked about this book first, but it doesn't matter, really. I mean, it's all information's all out there for everyone to use, but I'm not going to go and pretend something's my idea when it's not. So I usually like to give credit where credit is due. I just unfortunately can't do so at this time because I don't know who brought it to my attention. But that being said, that's all I got. All stuff, $5 or less. I consider it cheap books, so I may keep this format and maybe do it occasionally. You guys let me know what you think in the comments, whether it be on the article on comicbookinvest.com or in the comments section on my YouTube channel on Rennavision, what you like to see. Do you just want to see $1 to $2 books only, or would you like more of just basically anything $5 and under, and I can kind of tell you, where I found it and what I paid for it, because I will do that. I'm not. It's not a secret. I mean, some things I may not tell you just because it's decorum may preclude me from doing so. But yeah, this cheap stuff, I'll tell you if I bought it cheap. Not because I'm bragging. It's just to kind of remind you that this stuff is out there if you look. So again, hopefully you're liking what I'm doing here. Please like, subscribe, hit the alert button for the channel so you don't miss any of the content. Come join me and Marco on Wednesday in the live chat because it's a lot of fun and it is an integral part of the show. So that being said, I will see you guys next time.